With morning temps in the low 20s, it was quite cold, but we still made it out and even had some new people join. Starting things off, one of the new people, Guanbo, wanted to work on his ollies, and Sam decided to join him. Now this was also pre-warm-up, but note that they are bending their knees, but they're not quite getting the launch vertically. For instance, you'll see that Guanbo squats down, but he doesn't really straighten his legs much, so he's not getting any vertical lift. Meanwhile, Sam is getting that vertical movement, however, it's just not quite explosive enough. But you may notice when she does get more of that vertical movement, her overall ollie looks a little bit better. Now moving on to Sam, she wanted to get away from the two-tap kick turn.
Yep.
Whoa.
You see? I'm trying to
Oh, that's so wild.
just going.
Here she's trying to come fakie and do a full 180 in one movement.
Hey!
So while she struggled a little bit at the beginning, you'll see she improves very, very quickly.
Practice. Yeah, right?
Ah.
Yes!
Then she went to the transition.
There you
Yes!
Oh my god!
go. All right.
I can't believe that just happened!
Who did that?
There you go. There you go.
Yes, Sam.
Perfect.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, Dustin.
So she's made great strides now with her kick turns, and they just keep getting better and better and more consistent. Quite impressive how quickly this happened.
Holy shit, that was so high!
Yes, Sam.
I thought about tracking how many times I say yeah, Sam. It is pretty annoying, but I'm lazy, so it didn't happen.
Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam.
Guanbo's up next, and he wanted to learn how to ride back fakie off of an incline.
That's okay. Bend, bend. There it is. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Oh, that's okay. So you're leaning down, down. Down, stay, stay. Oh, okay. Stay, stay.
There you
Got
go.
it. You got it.
All done.
I realized I should have had him looking the direction that he wanted to go as he comes down
That's okay.
fakie.
That's all right.
So Guanbo, if you're listening, as you're coming backwards, look
Yeah,
where you want to
okay,
go.
Yeah, you're leaning. Sit, sit, sit. You-
And you may notice he's actually kind of fighting the incline, where he's keeping most of his weight on his front leg.
Ow!
Next, in order to get better board feel, we moved him on to working a little on tic-tacs.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. You gotta give it some thought.
This just takes a lot of practice, and you have to kind of learn how to balance your weight a little more on that back wheel. He then wanted to learn a little bit about how to do a backside carve, and Dustin worked with him a little bit. Overall, he's looking pretty good. He really just needs to bend his knees more.
Did you got that front side grind down?
And there, he really went up on the transition a bit. and again.
Going up too high.
And next is Oliver. He's joining us after many years of not being on a skateboard. So an interesting thing about Oliver is he told me he really skates regular footed. However, a lot of the tricks that he does, including the ollie, is actually done better goofy footed. So if you're ever going to play a game of skate, don't go against Oliver unless you're really good at switch tricks. And unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of footage of him, but really glad he showed up and joined us. And next is Rich, another new person to join us. And you can tell here, he's really not a beginner. It took him a little while to get used to this transition because it is a little quick, and he's used to more mellow transitions. However, once he got it, he looked pretty comfortable. And I love that he's actually riding an old school board. I believe this thing was close to 10 inches wide and had no nose on it. But here you can see he also had a secondary skateboard, which I believe was about 8.5 inches wide. Then he decided he wanted to move on to frontside grinds.
There it is. Sam.
Oh my god. I
Yes!
wasn't expecting that.
It's that dismount that feels weird, right?
Ah, so close.
The one thing that, like, I can There it is. Nice.
Very nicely done. And next up, he worked a little bit on his kickflips. As you can see, he's painfully close. In fact, he basically landed that last one. And now he's gathering an audience.
You're getting closer, man. Like, it's the. Yeah, I don't know.
And what's most impressive to me is that he can just keep doing this. Like, if I try maybe 4 or 5 kickflips, it's a wrap. I have no more energy in my legs. And he and I are pretty much the same age. Nicely done.
Ah.
And next we've got Dustin working on his rock to fakie. And the coping at the top of this transition doesn't stick up too much, so he is able to roll backwards over it if need be. However, you will see he is picking up those front trucks and doing a pretty great job of it. And on each successive one, you can see the progress, the improvement in his technique. Sure enough, he moved to regular rock and rolls. And then to his backside 50-50s.
They do. These are the now.
And next, Dustin wanted to work on his 180s on transitions. So he decided to start on the small bank. What started out with him almost whipping the tail around, you'll see he is now kind of getting a little more vertical. You all need to find someone like Sam to skate with. She is like the best cheerleader on the planet. You can see he's getting better and more consistent. I don't think it'll be too long before he starts landing more of these than not. And lastly, Dustin wanted to work on his frontside grinds.
You hit it 5 minutes.
He's just incredibly dedicated when he decides to try something. Beautiful. And again. And next, I caught some footage of Carl. I really didn't say hi to him at all, and I felt pretty bad about that. Granted, he showed up towards the end of the session, and we didn't really cross paths all that much, but I did see him, and I should have gone out of my way and gone over and said hi. My bad, Carl. Please don't hate me. And I'm up last, still working on my backside 50-50s. I'm still quite frustrated that they do seem so difficult for me when I feel like I used to do them with ease, but they are feeling better. So I think I need to listen to my own advice that I give other people and just be patient with myself.
My mouse is made of magnesium.
Nobody really gets.
I then played a little bit with frontside slash grinds, and also decided to try dropping in from 50-50. And next, I wanted to keep working on my blunts, because even though I'm able to land them periodically, they just don't feel like they're locking in well. I'm very happy with my hip pads for the record.
There you go.
So you can see my balance is starting to get a little bit better on these. And next, I wanted to work on my 180 ollies on transitions. Ideally, I wanted to get over the coping. And lastly, I wanted to work a little bit on my board slides. As you can see, I'm only really sliding the last portion of the rail, as I'm trying to get more comfortable being on them.
Yeah, thank God for hip pads.
And as usual, if you're still here, thank you for your support, and we hope to see you at a future session. Maybe with hip pads.